Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm your host, Big Truck, here at the King's Table. You already know what we do. You know, shout out to Ciroc, get that coconut flavor. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, I haven't seen this, but it's obvious Miss Eboni Williams has come to her senses. So, we're going to do what we do as men, and let's spit fire. Let's get it.
Ebony's video, I couldn't believe it. She deserves all the applause. Since her last bus driver video, this is the last type of advice I was expecting from Ebony, but she shocked everyone with this great message.
The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year.
And see, I've always brought that home. I've always said, as men, we can care less about your accolades, your education, your degrees, how much money you make. All that shit don't mean nothing. Because all of those things, they're good to have, but that's for you. How does all of that benefit me in a relationship with you? You see? How can those things help you keep a man? Damn. Let me take another sip of this Ciroc, make it tell the truth. All those things are not going to help you keep a man. It takes more than that. I hear women say, I bring myself to the table. My thing is this here, once again, and I'll say it again. If you cannot bring a man love, peace, if we can't pray together, worship together, just like in football, my coach always says, you got to protect your teammate. You and your teammate are going in a battle. Y'all go in a battle together. Don't never let your man hang. Those are the same things in a relationship. Because if me and a woman are together, we are a team. We both bring our incomes to the table. We both have something to bring to the table. We both bring love, peace, appreciation. All those things, inspiration, inspire each other, bring the best out of each other, motivate each other. Hell, you cook, I wash the dishes, and take out the trash. How about that? It's a partnership. It's a relationship. You see? Let's get it. Let's get more.
No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. And speaking of fertility, that is another reason that I want younger black women to seek marriage and partnership in college or right after, if that's what they choose. Because the number of college-educated black men is so low when compared to black college-educated women that we're all going to be targeting the same small pool of men. And as we heard today, on most campuses, there's like 7 black women students for every 1 black man student. Y'all do the math. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college, and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because a handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too. Y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older.
And my thing is this here, when it does come to that, when it does come to relationships, and it comes to the right choices and decisions when it comes to choosing your mate, and I always drive this home to men. I said, men, we have to use wisdom. You have to know your self-worth. You see, in all my videos, you see this lion in the background. Why is there always a freaking lion truck in your fucking videos? Because it reminds me, it reminds you, men, you have to know who you are and whose you are in the season of your life. We all ain't getting no younger. But at the same time, what we have to do is use wisdom when it comes to who we going to spend the rest of our lives with. And I can honestly say that goes the same for women. Pookie and Ray Ray's good men are two different people. The Makitas and the Shaquitas, good women are two different people. We got to use wisdom across the board, man or woman. And you have to know, I do believe in the law of attraction. You are who you attract. I do believe in that. I also believe that if you have unfinished business in your past, a lot of trauma, a lot of deep-rooted shit, you need to deal with that. Because guess what? Guess what type of dudes you're going to attract? Need I say more?
And by the time you reach my age, 40, you will be faced with different choices relating to life partnership and motherhood. Now, I'm not saying that delaying marriage or motherhood is a bad option, but it's one that comes with its own consequences. And our women deserve to know on the front end of their decision making instead of on the back half.
I want to talk about all the points she has mentioned in this video. First, men's value increases with age. I know that most women know this fact, but they don't like it or pretend that they don't know it. Most of them refuse to openly admit it, but I really appreciate Eboni for doing that. She also mentioned that the opposite happens with women, which means women have to do their best to secure their men early and make sure that they do all they can to stay with their men, because with time their options will decrease as a result of their lower SMV.
So also too, shout out to this brother here, but here's the thing. When I'm listening to these crackling hens and these 304s and these 99-cent mop buckets and these hyenas talk all this talk and have all these high standards for men, guess what? They lose every time. And a lot of them that sit up here and tell you these things, they can't bring nothing to their damn self. They can't bring nothing to the table with their damn self. They don't even know who the hell they are. And why would a man of a high value want they ass when he has more options? Shout out to my brother, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I've had one conversation with him, and I remember when we did talk, he said, "Big Truck, you are sitting on a gold mine with this show. Get that word out there for these men. We need more strong men. We need more masculine men to deliver the word. However you choose to deliver the word, long as you speak your truth. And it's okay to use your experiences. Because we call them testimonies. Using testimonies that can be helpful for someone else. Because you never know what the next man or the next woman could be going through. And they hear your testimony. And we got to bring this home. We got to continue to have strong content and strong message. That's why I am a strong advocate for men. Hurt men, broken men, confused men, men that have been there, good men, good, hard, loving, working men, men that know their place, men that know their worth. I'm all for my black brothers, of course, but I welcome the doors of men from all communities, because that's what we do. We have the conversations at the table. We have the conversations at the water cooler. We have the conversations on the sideline. We have the conversations in the locker room. We uplift each other. We don't tear each other down. We pray for each other. We worship together. We do what is right. We speak what is right. Nowadays, you got a lot of modern women that don't like a man that know they worth. Guess what? You shooting yourself. Modern feminist women shoot themselves in the foot every damn time.
Second, she understood what men value when they are looking for a partner. She knows that their degrees and money are not as important as they think. This is a valuable piece of information for women as it will allow them to focus on what really matters if finding a husband and building a family is their end goal. The third point is when she advises young women to do their best to find their partner while in college or right after they finish, if building a family is their goal.
And that's good too. Right out of college and so forth. That's good. Now, let me expound on that. Let's go a step further. You're out of college. You handling your handle. You just beast mode. That's when not only you look at yourself, but you also say, okay, how can I be the best version of myself for this man or for a man? What techniques or things can I use? Who can I speak to? And that's when we go sit down with grandma and grandpa. Y'all know grandma and grandpa, they've been married for like 30 years plus. They still hold hands. They still go out on date. They still have date night. Grandma and grandpa, they sit around and they bullshit with each other, but it's all love. Grandma in the kitchen cooking for grandpa, and she called Paw. She called him Paw. She called Paw in the kitchen. Hey baby, taste this. I'm making some sandwiches. How many sandwiches you want? What else would you like with your sandwiches? Okay, go sit down and watch the game. I'll bring you your plate. Our elders, those are the best, to me, those are the best people to get wise counsel from because they've been here before. You feel me? They've been here before. So as you sit, women speaking, as you sit with grandma and grandpa and you asking questions, now you're getting counsel from a male's perspective, grandpa, and a woman's perspective, grandma. And they tell you, when it comes to a man, he can care less about how much money you make, how many degrees you have, your accolades. All that stuff is good, but that don't benefit me. That benefit you. Those are things you can't bring to the table. Those are things you keep to yourself. But what you can bring to the table is love, peace, teamwork. Teamwork, 50-50. It's the same damn thing, just worded different. Teamwork. If something happened to me, will you be there? Can I count on you as you count on me? Do you love me? I like my favorite one. Teach me how to love you.
This is great advice as it will help them to avoid future disappointment. Our society is telling young women to spend their prime years building their careers and exploring themselves and leave marriage and family for later. But this advice goes against nature because most women will face difficulty conceiving at a late age and they will also have a smaller pool of men to pick from. Therefore, if they want family and career, they should do both at the same time as Eboni advised. Fourth, when she opens up about the consequences of delaying motherhood, she is speaking from her own experience. She is going through it right now, and she is facing lots of challenges. and I'm really happy to see her telling younger women the truth about it. We have
Life is kicking her in. Life, reality, is socking her in the back of her damn neck right now. Because of the simple fact that it's what you call auto-suggestion. Man, you got to be careful what you tell yourself. The more you tell yourself things, it locks into your subconscious. And then you believe them things. I hear so many, especially women, I hear so many women say, I'm on my journey. I'm on my purpose. Oh, self-love. Cut the bullshit out. Basically, my favorite one, I'm single by choice. You a damn lie. You were in a relationship. You fucked up. You were in a relationship. He fucked up. Here's the thing. Reality is a hell of a drug, and a lot of people are scared to take it because it reveals truth. Not truth about someone else, but truth about you, truth about self. You have to be willing to look at self and take accountability. My deep-rooted issues don't allow me to, have feelings or love or whatever the case. Fuck that. At some point in your life, you have to make a choice. Say, you know what? I'm going to bounce from this. Let me deal with my past. Let me get counseling. Let me do some things that are therapeutic. Let me start releasing some things because I'm carrying stuff. Let me tear down these walls that I have, especially against someone that has done nothing wrong to me. See, these are these truths here. We see you cannot turn a blind eye to the truth. And we see all of this shit. Clear as day. Even a crackhead can see this.
Many young women thinking that freezing their eggs will solve the problem. They think that it will be a simple and easy process later when they feel like they are ready to start a family, but Eboni is giving them the reality of it. It's not as easy as it seems to be. Eboni gained all my respect after this video. She just did a great job for our society. Let's read the most interesting comments of this video.
We're gonna stop right there. But yeah, she did. She brought it home on this one. She brought it home on this one. What I'll do is I'll leave a link to this video in the bottom of the description. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. My new channel and looking to grow. I'm already at 89 subscribers. I think I started out at 50 subscribers. So continue to increase, being an advocate for men, speaking on behalf of men, and really having fun with this thing and putting this message out. I mean, much love and respect to all the creators out there that are doing positive things, that are putting this word out there. I mean, it's too much to mention, too many to mention, but many of them have played a part in my growth, and continue to put this thing out there, continue to represent, continue to be an advocate for men, and letting men know, walk in your truth. Walk in the essence of your truth. Protect yourself. By all means necessary. Know your worth. Know your value. You are valued. Men, you have more options than you think when you put your mind to it, when you tap into your mental. Until then, shalom. Shalom. Take that with you and go be great.